Good morning, my miracle friends. Lovely to be back. Lesson 186 from A Course in Miracles. Salvation of the world depends on me. Salvation of the world depends on me. What? Here is the statement that will one day take all arrogance away from every mind. Here is the thought of true humility, which holds no function as your own, but that which has been given you. It offers your acceptance of a part assigned to you without insisting on another role. It does not judge your proper role. It but acknowledges the will of God is done on earth as well as heaven. It unites all wills on earth in heaven's plan to save the world and restoring it to heaven's peace. Let us not fight or function. We did not establish it. It is not our idea. The means are given us by which it will be perfectly accomplished. All that we are asked to do is to accept our part in genuine humility and not deny with self-deceiving arrogance that we are worthy. What is given us to do, we have the strength to do. Our minds are suited perfectly to take the part assigned to us by one who knows us well. Today's idea may seem quite sobering until you see its meaning. All it says is that your Father still remembers you and offers you the perfect trust he holds in you who are his son. It does not ask that you be different in any way from what you are. What could humility request but this? And what could arrogance deny but this? Today we will not shrink from our assignment on the specious grounds that modesty is outraged. It is pride that would deny the call for God himself. All false humility we lay aside today, that we may listen to God's voice reveal to us what he would have us do. We do not doubt our adequacy for the function he will offer us. We will be certain only that he knows our strengths, our wisdom, and our holiness. And if he deems us worthy, so we are. It is but arrogance that judges otherwise. There is one way, and only one, to be released from the imprisonment your plan to prove the false is true has brought to you. Accept the plan you did not make instead. Judge not your value to it. If God's voice assures you that salvation needs your part and that the whole depends on you, be sure that this is so. The arrogant must cling to words, afraid to go beyond them to experience which might affront their stance. Yet are the humble free to hear the voice which tells them what they are and what to do. Arrogance makes an image of yourself that is not real. It is this image which quails and retreats in terror as the voice for God assures you that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the holiness to go beyond all images. You are not weak, as is the image of yourself. You are not ignorant and helpless. Sin cannot tarnish the truth in you, and misery can come no near the holy home of God. All this the voice for God relates to you, and as he speaks, the image trembles and seeks to attack the threat it does not know, sensing its basis crumble. Let it go. Salvation of the world depends on you and not upon this little pile of dust. What can tell it? What can it tell the Holy Son of God? Why need he be concerned with it at all? And so we find our peace. We will accept the function of God has given us, for all illusions rest upon the weird belief that we can make another for ourselves. Our self-made roles are shifting, and they seem to change from mourner to ecstatic bliss of love and loving. We can laugh or weep and greet the day with welcome or with tears. Our very being seems to change as we experience 1,000 shifts in mood, and our emotions raise us high indeed or dash us to the ground in hopelessness. Is this the Son of God? Could he create such instability and call it Son? He who is changeless shares his attributes with his creation. All the images his Son appears to make have no effect on what he is. They blow across his mind like wind-swept leaves that form a patterning an instant, break apart to group again and scamper off. Or like mirages seen above a desert rising from the dust. These unsubstantial images will go and leave your mind unclouded and serene when you accept the function given you. The images you make give rise to but conflicting goals, impermanent and vague, uncertain and ambiguous. Who could be constant in his efforts or direct his energies and concentrated drive towards goals like these? The functions which the world esteems are so uncertain that they change 10 times an hour at their most secure. What hope of gain can rest on goals like this? In lovely contrast, certain as the sun's return every morning to dispel the night, your truly given function stands out clear and wholly unambiguous. There is no doubt of its validity. It comes from one who knows no error, and his voice is certain of its messages. They will not change, nor be in conflict. All of them point to one goal, and one you can attain. Your plan may be impossible, but God's can never fail, because he is its source. Do as God's voice directs. And if it asks a thing of you which seems impossible, remember who it is that asks and who would make denial. Then consider this: which is more likely to be right? The voice that speaks from the Creator of all things, who knows all things exactly as they are, or a distorted image of yourself, confused, bewildered, inconsistent, and unsure of everything? Let not its voice direct you. Hear instead a certain voice which tells you of a function given you by your Creator, who remembers you and urges that you now remember him. His gentle voice is calling from the known to the unknowing. He would comfort you, although he knows no sorrow. He would make a restitution, though he is complete. A gift to you, although he knows that you have everything already. He has thoughts which answer every need his Son perceives, although he sees them not. For love must give, and what is given in his name takes on the form most useful in a world of form. These are the forms which never can deceive, because they come from formlessness itself. Forgiveness is an earthly form of love, which as it is in heaven has no form. Yet what is needed here is given here as it is needed. In this form you can fulfill your function here, even here, although what love will mean to you when formlessness has been restored to you is greater still. Salvation of the world depends on you who can forgive. Such is your function here. Wow, that is an amazing lesson. That is really an amazing lesson. And I've got a really good example of something that happened recently on a kayaking trip we did around Ibiza, and so many things happened, so many miracles. But one of the things was there was a physiotherapist with us who every evening after a lot of kayaking, I ended up damaging my ribs, which was an absolute gift from God, so that I could just be in the Zodiac cruising around while everyone else did 120 kilometers. Anyway, every evening the physiotherapist, who was really an amazing woman from the Basque region, would get us all to do some stretches, and that was really nice. But on the last night, she'd said to me, whispered to me, can you do some Reiki? And I'm like, no, I'm an undercover agent. I do all my healing undercover. Like, I'm on it the whole time. I'm sending love and healing and blessings to everyone, and every story they tell me, I'm processing it with love and light, and I'm just literally doing it the whole time, but undercover. I don't come out in the open, especially in this group. There was like a very great variety of people. There was like a policeman, a policewoman, and they don't necessarily believe in energy and this, like really out of my comfort zone. Everyone's Spanish, so obviously my Spanish is reasonable, but certainly not good enough to like perform. Anyway, so I'm like, no, this will be like so embarrassing and awkward. But again, what this says, my arrogance was denying this. Do you know what I mean? My arrogance, call it insecurity, call it I don't think I'm enough, but how arrogant am I to think I'm not enough if I am a creation of God, let's say, Anyway, so we do all our exercises. The sun's gone down, it's pretty much pitch black, and she said, now I've got a surprise for the group. Tippy's going to do some Reiki. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? I think I can't do anything about this. I have to stand up, and I don't even know what I'm going to say. And I end up doing like a really beautiful 10-minute, I get everyone to lie down and relax, and I do a beautiful 10-minute guided meditation in Spanish, getting everyone to imagine a ball of light on top of their heads and for it to go into their hearts. And then I guided all of us to send love to every single member of the group. There were 14 of us. So I'm like, imagine sending all the love to Monica, Julio, this one, that one, the other one. And then I said, right, now that you sent all the love to everyone individually in the group, I want you to send all the love back to yourself and hold that love in your heart and be quiet now. And then, because their eyes were shut and it was dark, I could then go around doing my little Reiki stuff. But I was literally in shock. I was in shock that I had done it, for starters. I was in shock that someone had told me, you stand up and do that. I couldn't have been more out of my comfort zone if I tried. And anyone that knows me from a long time ago knows I used to be so bloody shy, and here am I bloody recording something, but it's not even me, is it? It's not even me doing it. I'm just doing a role. a voice in my head has told me to do this role. So it really is amazing when you realise that there is a voice in your head telling you to do amazing good stuff, and it doesn't have to be extraordinary. Because in this group there were two nurses, and one of them had said, oh, I did the Reiki course but I never practiced it and blah blah blah. I said, no, but you are practicing it. You're every smile, every stroke of someone's arm, every encouragement, this is it. It's not Reiki, it's universal loving life force. It's not a name. Doesn't matter what your modality is, whether it's kinesiology or Reiki or this or I don't know, whatever the process is called, or it's yoga or it's guided meditation. It doesn't matter what the name is on the outside. That name is just like a disguise, but it's all the same. Whether you call it the Course in Miracles, whether you call it, I don't even know, don't even care. Even plant medicine, whatever the vehicle is, it's the same thing, which is we're sharing the light with each other. Whether it's wild swimming, you know, whatever the latest thing is, ice baths, juicing, fasting, doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. Sharing love, being the piece in the puzzle that day and this moment will be the voice for love, the call to love, the call to be love. So it's just cool. Everything is so cool. Beloved divine, loving light within us and within everybody else and all around us. The perfect day already exists where we save the world today. Salvation of the world depends on me. Listening to that quiet, still, gentle voice inside us. And it doesn't matter what that voice tells us to do today. It could be a tiny, tiny gesture of making a loving cup of tea for your partner. That could be the voice for God today. Or it could be something huge, but there's no order of difficulty. So, where would you have me go today? Dear God, within us and all around us. What would you have me do today? What would you have me say or not say today, and to whom? And just that alone, that command alone, switches on the light, switches on our job for today, minute by minute. It's obviously going to be a most extraordinary day today, isn't it? See you soon!